Yo, what's going on, Mavs Gaming? It's D-Man once again, here to give you a basic tutorial on NBA 2K22. In this video, we'll be covering how to do every dunk on NBA 2K22. This will be a really helpful video if you just started playing 2K. If you missed my layup video, I would definitely go and check that out. Not only that, but I also made a dunk animations video where I give you the best dunking animations on 2K. So to start off, let's talk about the badges you'll need to be able to dunk. Of course, it comes down to your driving dunk or standing dunk rating, but you'll also need 3 important badges. Those badges are Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer if you want to get contact dunks, and also Slithery Finisher. Those are the 3 main badges for dunking on people on 2K. So as I mentioned before in my layup video, of course you can do all these dunks with the square button, but I'm going to give you the right stick controls because if you do that, you have more control. So let's start off with the safe dunk, a simple 2-hand dunk. In order to do this, you want to hold turbo and hold up on the right stick. Now 2K is a lot different from basketball, right? Usually on a fast break, you will want to probably do a 360 or a windmill, but on 2K, most of these dunks get blocked so easily. So what you want to do on a fast break is go in for the safe 2-hand dunk. They're not as risky, they won't get chased down as much. It still happens, but not as much. So the 2-hand dunk is definitely the way to go. Now let's move on to the left-hand dunk. You want to do this by holding turbo and moving the right stick to the left. Once again, I'm giving you the right stick controls because you have way more control. If you just go in with the square button, you'll do something random. But with the right stick, you can control what type of dunk you do. 2 hands, dominant hand, offhand, it doesn't matter. So in order to do a left-hand dunk, you move the right stick to the left. And in order to do a right-hand dunk, you want to hold turbo and move the right stick to the right. If you master this, you'll convert way more dunks. You always want to go away from your opponent. So if your opponent is standing on the right, go with the left-hand dunk. If your opponent is standing on the left, go with the right-hand dunk. The point is to avoid contact. So I'm gonna say it once again, to go in for a left-hand dunk, hold the turbo button and move the right stick to the left. And to go for a right-hand dunk, hold turbo and move the right stick to the right. Now we're getting into the flashy dunks. Now if you're still playing on PS4 or Xbox One, you go in for a flashy dunk by holding turbo and pressing down on the right stick. If you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X, holding down on the right stick is how you do the aggressive skill dunks. If you hold turbo and hold down on the right stick, you'll kind of force a dunk. Not only that, it's different on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X because you have to time these dunks like a jump shot. You need to get them into the green window. They are missable. I'm not gonna lie, they are fun to go for. Like I do have a couple builds that can get contact dunks. And if you want to get contact dunks, going down on the right stick is the way to do it. Next up, we're jumping into the reverse dunk. The reverse dunk is definitely a dunk that you want to have in your bag. If you're driving from the left baseline, you want to hold turbo and move the right stick to the left. And if you're driving from the right baseline, you want to hold turbo and move the right stick to the right. Doing this will allow you to go up and under and dunk the basketball on the other side of the basket. If you ISO out the corner or hit a backdoor cut, you definitely want to do a reverse dunk because if you go straight up and down, most of the time the center blocks that, right? It's kind of predictable. But if you do a reverse, they're not expecting that most of the time. So always make that read. Of course, if a defender is on the other side of the basket, don't do the reverse. But if it's wide open, you might as well do it, in my opinion. So now we're going to raise the level a little bit. In order to do a hop step dunk, you want to hold RT and move the right stick down in a way to the right or the left. Either way, it doesn't matter, but this will allow you to do the hop step dunk. I will say my one issue with 2K22 is that the hop steps are pretty slow. So I don't know if I recommend you trying to do it through traffic because it might not work out like it should. But if you can pull this off, you'll look cool for a little bit. So that's why I'm teaching you how to do it. So once again, you hold the turbo button and move the right stick down in a way to the left or to the right. It's really up to you. Next up, we might have my favorite dunk to do in NBA 2K, and that's the spin dunk. In order to pull off the spin dunk, you will need some speed and you will need a good angle. A good angle is really important. Most of the time, I just go from the wings. But in order to pull this off, you want to run into the paint, of course, holding the turbo button, tap and then hold the shoot button and your player will go up for the spin dunk. It is a really dope move to pull off if you get the right spin animation. Definitely one of my favorites to do in NBA 2K. It's just a nice move to have in your bag. So once again, hold the turbo button, tap and then hold the shoot button. Or if you don't get that, you're basically double tapping the shoot button, but on the second time you hold it, it's just another nice move to have in your bag, to be honest. I like to do it at the park in threes where there is a lot of space. And so that's when I would recommend you pull it off or practice it. So for the last dunk, we will be talking about the Euro step dunk. The Euro step dunk is a little complicated, but it's definitely doable. So let's go ahead and get into it. You want to go into the paint without holding turbo this time. Move the right stick down and away from your ball hand, and midway through the Euro step, you want to hold turbo. So you're doing a Euro step, which I taught you how to do in my layup video, and then you're branching it into a dunk. So once again, you hold the right stick down and away from your ball hand, and midway through the Euro step, you hold RT. Once again, it's a slow move on 2K. I do it to troll people. Like when we're up by a lot and I'm on a fast break, I'll pull out the Euro step dunk and have some fun. So that's how you do every dunk on NBA 2K22. I hope this video was able to help you all out just a little bit. Once again, it's a basic tutorial. Most people that watch this probably know how to do it, but even if you don't, if you're still dunking with square, if you still want full control of your dunks, I would definitely use this in game. You know what I mean? So this is D-Man once again. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you want to see more build videos or tutorials on NBA 2K22, stay tuned to Mavs Gaming. You all take care. Peace.